What's up, you guys? My name is Loserperson2006, and I normally do anime unboxings and whatnot, but I thought I'd change things up a bit by start reviewing anime and doing episode reviews. I've always wanted to do this. I've always wanted to, give my own, take on it. So, but I've always been, kind of afraid to do it because I felt like it was kind of like giving a report. I find like doing anime reviews as well as episode reviews, kind of like when you're getting up in front of a class and doing a book report and trying to share as minimal information as you can without spoiling the book or anything like that of the sorts, or like when you do a movie review. But in my take, I think you should spoil it, because if you're gonna talk about it, there are some people that are a little bit more considerate to other people and try to condense it so much the way they don't want to spoil it. But I believe if you have seen the episode or seen the anime, you just want somebody's review on it and see what their take on it, so that way you can be like, hey, watch this guy and get it, and you'll see what I'm talking about. So I'm going to give you guys basically my take on episode reviews as well as anime reviews, and I thought, why not start with Oreimo? Oreimo is one of the animes I've been watching for quite a while, and it's one of the animes that I thought was really enjoyable to watch. And if you guys don't know what Oreimo is, it's basically an anime about a 17-year-old high school kid named Kyosuke Kosaka. And this kid has not gotten along with his sister, his younger sister named Kirino, in years, for as far back as you can remember. They have they were basically like roommates. They knew of each other, but they really didn't care for each other's existence. They were just like there, which is not really your typical brother and sister relationship. You normally would hang out with your brother or sister, or I don't know. I hang out with my sister because it's it's a bonding experience. And it fills that empty gap of when you're friends. If you can't hang out with your friends, why not hang out with family? So it seemed that the relationship was gonna be kind of like that for forever, with him now being 17 and his sister being 14. One day he basically discovered a magical girl anime DVD that basically just fell out of Kirino's bag in the house's entryway, and he basically questions his sister about it, and he comes to find out that his sister is basically a big otaku who basically collects anime, figurines, all sorts, and she's into Aero game anime, into Little Sisters. It's pretty hilarious. If you guys haven't seen the first season, I suggest you watch it. And for the sake of everybody who's watching this video, if you do not want me to spoil anything, if you guys don't want to listen to spoilers, then I suggest you close this video, because if not, I will ruin for you guys this entire series. So, especially the first part of the episode. So, if you guys don't like spoilers, then I suggest you stop the video. If you guys continue watching this video, then hope you guys enjoy my take on this episode review. So let's get to it. So basically, season 2, episode 1, we basically pick up from where season 1 left off, and season 1 basically leaves us with Kirino basically left to study abroad in America, in California, in LA. She basically went there for track and field, and Kyosuke with some source of remorse of him not doing really anything to basically keep her staying. And within the year, he's actually gotten close to his sister by connecting with her, by getting her to accept her otaku side, by basically, just being a part of her world in general. Because this is the first time they've actually interacted with each other in years. And so he basically brings her back from studying abroad. And because he just missed her, as well as he received some weird text message from her saying to basically throw out all her collectibles and shit, and he was like, no, you can't do this is not you, please wait. So he takes a ticket, flies out there, convinces her, brings her back. It's like, you can't do that, this is not you. Okay, so basically episode 1, we basically start back off where that Kirino is basically back in Japan. She basically spends her time trying to get back with her friends, telling her friends, hey, I'm back, I'm back from America, and they question her and whatnot. And Kyosuke feels like a sort of distant relationship with his sister. He feels like within the year they have bonded together with getting her to accept her otaku side from meeting other people who share the same hobbies as her. She's not really giving him the time of day. As in the beginning of the episode, you see flashbacks of how everything started and how happy he felt that he's actually building a relationship with his sister. But you see, she is not really. He tries to just randomly start random conversations with her, but she just won't really. She just acts like a total bitch, to be honest. and it's bad to say that, but it is. She just doesn't. She won't listen to him, and she's just like. She basically goes back acting to where they were a year ago when they never spoke to each other, and it's kind of weird. He pouts and he's like, what was the point of me bringing her back if this was what I was going to get in the end? So we basically see through almost a good amount of the episode that she ignores him. She basically keeps her distant. She basically keeps her distance from him. And he goes on and pouting, whatnot, and she goes back to school. She starts up the following week saying, hey, just seeing regular faces and whatnot. But you can see she still hasn't lost that otaku side of her, because if you see somewhere in between in the episode where she's in school and she's talking to ISA as well as to the other girls who are like, oh, how's America and whatnot, what'd you do over there? She overhears how season 3 of Dark Witch Meteru was being announced, so she basically like, hey, and that's really good. You can still see that, she's still herself, but don't know why she had to act like a total bitch. Don't know why, but before you know it, after reflecting on what has happened within the year between him and his sister, Kyosuke just ends up getting woken up the same way he did in season 1, where his sister just slaps him across the face and says, hey, I'm not done asking you for advice. Because there was one point in the anime where he's like, you're back, so does that mean you're done asking me for advice? And she's like, I don't know, I can't really give you a precise answer. So basically she slaps him and basically takes him to Akibara. I can't really pronounce the name of that place. Akibihara. It's basically Otaku Central, where you can buy anime, figurines, Blu-ray, whatever you want. It's basically like anime central for them, which is pretty cool. So she basically takes him there and makes Kyosuke her shopping cart by just going up and down the aisle saying, "I am going to buy everything that I have missed out while I was in America." Which they don't really say how long she's been there, to be honest. Like, if you go back in season 1 and try to rewatch kind of like the little OVAs in between before he decides to go pick her up, they don't really like set a time frame of how long she was there. But back to the story, episode. They go up and down the shops and just buy everything and anything that she has missed, from games to figurines to pre-ordering Blu-rays, DVDs, and just, etc. So they return home, and you see like a fucking truck just coming up their door, and it's like their own version of Amazon. It's just piles and piles. Like, you go back inside the house, and we see in Kirino's room there are boxes stacked up to almost the height of her room, and it's like their own version of Amazon. It's just nothing but games and anything and everything. But I'm kind of happy that's how they started out, even though it's kind of a bitchy way in their own way. But God, I forgot what I was about to say. But she ends up repaying him by basically giving him a game and saying, "Hey, thank you for, just helping me out and today, so I want you to play this game." Gives him a little arrow game, and before you know it, that's how episode 1 ends, with him saying, "I'm glad my sister hasn't changed," and thus begins Oreimo season 2. Well, I hope you guys enjoyed my episode 1 review of Oreimo. I'll try to keep my reviews a lot shorter, or what I want to try to get across is I want to try to explain as much as I can within the episode review, so that way I can tell you guys how I felt about it, and what I thought was funny, what I thought was, my overall thought of the episode. Let me know what you guys thought of the first episode of Oreimo in the comments below. I will be doing the entire series per episode, so stay tuned, you guys. Hope you guys enjoy my review. This is Loser Person saying, see ya.